every fucking week.
And yet we managed to do it every week, and here we are.
I want to hit the green button every time. It's not the green button.
Well, I'm such a dumbass. I was about to be like, I don't have a green button, and it's right there. So riddle me that.
Oddities. Stay strange.
What do you
What do you
mean the green
mean?
button, Kelly? What do you mean?
um, Hi, Odd Fam. Welcome back to another Oddities episode. I'm Cassie.
I'm Kelly.
Welcome back to Strange Town. As per usual, you know the drill ski. We have all of the things in our description. And by all of the things, I mean links to our merch, our Patreon, our website, our social media, our email address, and all of the artists that we've worked with.
Check them out.
Choose, 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 you know? Pick
Do
one.
You have free will. Do whatever you want.
Whatever floats as your boats is. Still waiting on a few more stories that we
Yep.
could share for a listener's episode, so please do send it in, Ski, as soon as possible, because we'd really love to get one going. Those are some of my favorite episodes, so
Mine too. It's
please.
really, there's something special about sharing listeners' stories. It just, I don't know. It scratches an itch.
I just feel like every time a listener writes in, like with one of these stories, I could so easily see myself like sitting down at like a bar or like coffee or something and actually talking to
Yeah.
them about it. Like everybody writes it so it's like so personable. I don't know. It's wonderful.
Yeah, that's exactly it is. Yeah.
Just like a little taste of your personality. It's so fun. It's like we get to know you.
Yeah.
Well, you're a
It's like a
complete total
hug.
stranger. Yeah. So, anywho, please send them in. We'd love to get that going because we do have a lofty goal for this year, and so far we've put out zero.
Yeah. And that's not great.
It's
So,
not great. We're 4 months in. It's tragic. How's my borscht today? Aside from looking lovely, that is a nice color on you.
thank you. You know what? It did, when I went to buy it, it did make me think of you. Because
Me?
it's got some of your favorite colors in it.
Borscht.
And yeah, so like that was like another reason to purchase it, because I'm like, it makes me think of my bestie, so why wouldn't I?
I'm touched.
You know, like that's
Yeah.
like definitely a sign.
I love that. You know what I'm dying to do is one of those color analysis things. Like go to somebody.
I am too, but I'm also scared that then that's going to take me away from all my comfort colors.
Oh, I know, right? What I'm afraid of is I'm gonna have to go into my closet and throw everything away because I've been doing it wrong my whole life.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but I do want to do that. But I will say, I think this color suits you. You might
It's
be a
pretty.
winter girl.
It has pockets.
Ooh,
It's got flowy
pockets.
legs. This might be coming into Pennsylvania with me.
Oh yeah, you're gonna look way nicer than me, but that's fine.
It's because it's stretchy too, so it's definitely like a good sushi outfit.
It is a good sushi outfit. I wanted to ask, do you want to do the all-you-can-eat sushi the day you arrive?
You know what? I think I'm down for anything. I thought there was a
Okay,
food truck festival the day I arrive.
that's at night.
Touche.
Girl, we
so,
could double whammy it. You just gotta become hungry. That's all.
so, you know what's hysterical?
Mm.
Michael brings up to me, he goes, on a scale of 1 to 10, how upset would you be if I went to Disney without you while you were gone? And I was like, not at all. And he goes, you answered that really fast. And I said, it's because I'm going to be eating really good food without you.
I mean, yeah,
and
you're gonna be here. We're eating
and
the whole time.
and I said, so like I feel like fair is only fair. And he goes, what do you mean
What do you mean?
you're going to be eating really good food without me?
What does he think we're gonna do here?
And I said, well,
Well,
the night that I get there, there's a food truck festival, and his face just drops. What?
that's right.
And I was like, and there's the all you can eat sushi, and I said, don't even get me started about the baby shower food.
Yeah, we got to fit in a Detroit style pizza.
And
We have work to do.
I was like, listen, this has been in the works for like longer than Cassie's been pregnant.
It's true. It's true.
And his eyes were just, he's like, man, I'm jealous. And I said, don't be, you're going to Disney. It's fine.
I love it.
So it's okay.
Well, sometime he'll have to come, and hopefully we'll time it when there's a food truck festival again. They do it once a month, so
Yeah, we have one actually, like, it's not, I wouldn't say it's a festival. We have a food truck meetup once a week by us.
well, I mean, yeah, let me set expectations. There's like 7 food trucks that show up. Like it's not like
It's fine.
25 food trucks or something, but
It's still
yeah.
going to be good. Food truck food is elite.
There's like a little like local like musician who shows up. It's cute. It's quaint.
Did I tell you about the food truck dessert that I got recently?
No.
Churro cheesecake.
Oh,
It
that sounds
was
good.
divine.
Oh wait, this sounds familiar though. I feel like you mentioned the churro cheesecake, but I don't know if you mentioned that it was from a food truck.
Oh, it was from a food truck. And
Damn.
she's like, "Do you want me to put any toppings on it?" I got chocolate drizzle with some coconut
Nice.
shavings. Oh my
Nice.
god.
Good
And then she
choices.
also had the Dubai chocolates.
Okay, what is this Dubai chocolates that everybody's talking about?
Okay, so it comes from Dubai, but now like everyone's making it here because it's become a big fucking thing, right? So
Right.
she makes them because she's a god.
Right, right. So
And
like
so
is it just chocolate?
it's chocolate, but inside it's, I think, I can't remember what it is exactly. It's something toasted, like pistachio, something
I
toasted
love
with
pistachio.
like a cream, pistachio cream with like, I think it's like toasted coconut. I don't
Oh
know.
fuck.
I'll send you a video. I could be complete. It's so good. It's so
Oh my
fucking
god.
good. Listen, that thing was, I think, $5. It was worth it. It
I
was
would have
worth it.
gotten
I should have gotten the big one
spectacular.
that was $15.
Hell yeah. Give me 14 of them.
Yeah. Genuinely, I would, like, I have her card. I'm gonna hunt her down.
I love it.
But it was to
That
die
sounds
for.
damn good.
I have to send you the videos now. God,
Jeez.
our
I've gotten a few videos, but like I
our
just never
TikTok
was like,
inbox is insane right now because
oh my god, I know. We haven't discussed the
are we
big news.
gonna discuss it on here or just leave it for the Patreon?
I mean, we could leave it for the patrons. Okay, see you over on the see you over on
If
the
you want to
Patreon.
know,
If you want to, there everybody's gonna like subscribe and immediately unsubscribe.
oh my god, what the fuck are these cows up to? Anyways,
These cows.
prattling dummies.
Prattle, prattle. Well,
Prattle, prattle, moo, moo.
I, for one, am very excited to see you in just over a month.
I'm so fucking excited. In fact, I didn't realize this, and thank God I realized this when I did. My license is expiring on my birthday. I thought I
Oh.
had another year.
Oh, good thing.
I have a hot date with the DMV on Tuesday, so we're good.
Nice. Very good. I Oh well, your birthday gift has shipped. Let's see.
Shut up! I thought I already got my birthday gift.
No,
I
this
thought
is part
I
two.
thought
That
my
was just like
auntie sweater was my birthday gift.
no, that was just like a just because. So your
Oh,
birthday
oh.
gift is on its way ski, so I think it's gonna get there a little early. You may open it early if you'd like. It's something small, tiny small, but I think you're gonna like it.
Borsty,
Um,
you didn't have to.
you're flying across the country for my baby shower.
Be real, I would fly across the country to be there while you give birth.
Uh, I know you would, and you
Throw
would do a damn
hands
good.
to
You would
anybody.
do a damn good job of being my like birth partner. Is that what they call you? What do they call
Yeah,
you?
the birth coach.
Birth coach, whatever.
Give her the drugs.
Give her the drugs. Don't tell her what to do.
She knows what she's doing.
Let her body work. Yeah. What to share from my side? We had a lovely time in Virginia Beach. We ate a lot of great food, saw some great people, had a great time. This week we had our heart echo for our little nugget. Happy to say, happy to say that everything Looks aces for the boy. He is a busy man. He's a very busy man. And in just 2 days, I'll be 24 weeks. We're scooting along.
You're flying.
We are. There's
His
only like
future
4 months
wife
left.
was born
Yes, his
just this
future
weekend.
wife, Finn Kelsey, Finley Kelsey. She was born this weekend. We're manifesting. Would love to get in with the Kelsey family. I think we'd all really hit it off and have ourselves a great time.
I think you guys would be one happy big family.
Thanksgivings would be tight. The wedding would be sick. And you better believe I'd make it so my boy doesn't fuck that up.
Damn straight.
Yeah. Um, and we will be suffering through a birthing class this weekend. So
The way I want to be a fly on the wall for that birthing class.
I just they told us like if you have a birthing plan, bring it along. If you don't have one yet, we'll help you create one. Like literally, I was telling Kelly
Do you
this,
just
guys.
want mine?
I mean, you could just send it to me.
And just slap your name on it?
Literally, my plan is this. Hopefully my coochie doesn't rip. Give me the drugs and don't let me die. Also, don't let him die. That's really all there is to it. Like
Yeah.
I don't care if the lights are bright or dim. I don't care if somebody has eucalyptus in a diffuser next to me. Like I just like for me, I just don't give a fuck.
I do have to admit, when I was giving birth, I did want the lights off because hospital lights are fucking horrendous.
Fair. I mean, I like if
Migraines.
yeah, migraines. I mean, yeah, if it's like fluorescent, like nobody needs to see my crotch under fluorescence. Like
Yeah.
we don't need to do
Um,
that. So maybe I'll request that. But also, it's like I don't care.
I did also request to be able to walk around it for as long as possible.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, there's little things like
Do you
that.
have to
But
request that though? Like,
in certain hospitals, yeah. And, like, so, but that's when it comes, when you go to make your plan, that goes to touring the hospital and learning their rules and regulations.
yes, that's part of our class. So that's the part I'm looking
Okay.
forward to is touring the hospital and seeing what the what.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool. Um,
So that's going to
and
be the most beneficial for you.
that's literally like the only part that I give a shit about, really.
That's
Um,
exciting.
yeah, so that part will be good. And then the men are leaving us next week. So mom and I are gonna be a pair of bachelorettes, just chilling and having ourselves a great little time.
That'll be great. I'm so
Oh,
excited for you and
that'll be
Mom.
great. Thank you. Um, and now, what you looky here?
We're at 13.
We're at our 13, lucky 13. How fun for us. I don't recall who started last week. I think
I
you
believe,
did.
no, you did actually.
Oh, but wasn't last week when my notes shit the bed and I had to.
But you had, by the time we finished our intro, you had it all
I'm such a
Dunsky.
boss.
You
All
are
right.
such a boss.
High five to past me. Take it away, Borsty. What have you for us today?
So, my obsessions.
I want to note real quick. I started at 113.
I am such a badass.
You're so good for me.
20 fucking points right there.
You're so good for me. Thank you.
I can't wait till I'm like physically in person with you to see what it does.
It's
Because
gonna
if
be like
this is
it's
just
40.
if this is just over video, what does my actual presence bring?
The real test will be when we eat all that junk and see what happens.
What a science project that'll be.
Science.
Oh, God love us. So, yeah, my topic.
Yes.
I have obsessions. One
mean,
of them
we-
being the Titanic.
Okay, I was gonna say we currently have one that we share, but yeah,
That's not an obsession. That's just,
it's just
I don't know what that is. Hyperfixation.
that is yeah. Anywho,
That's love. Anyways, I'm not going to
anywho,
be able to focus this whole time.
I know.
And when I covered the Titanic conspiracy. I covered the bodies of the Titanic. I then covered the
Conspiracy.
love stories of the Titanic that inspired the movie Titanic.
It's true.
When you think there can't be more to cover about the Titanic,
You find more.
I find more. And I did give you a hint about this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, as we all know, first off, there was not enough lifeboats on the Titanic.
No.
Secondly, not even all of them were used.
When I think about the times that I fuck up, I think to myself, at least I didn't put
At
not
least
enough
I wasn't the
lifeboats on the
Titanic.
fucking Titanic. Yeah, exactly. Right.
Well, here's another one. This lifeboat didn't even make it to being rescued. Dun,
Okay.
dun, dun.
Here it comes.
This was Collapsible A. It actually had a name. And it was found on May 13th, 1912. So nearly, 2 months short of the Titanic sinking. A month
my God.
short. Yeah.
Okay.
2 days short of a month. Yeah.
Correct.
And several hundred miles southeast of the wreckage site. So it just drifted away.
Okay.
And nobody found it. And there were 3 bodies decomposing on it.
Oh no.
So tragedy. And 3 more lives lost due to the Titanic sinking.
When you said tragedy, for some reason my mind went straight to that time we were doing haunted real estate and we saw that kid's name on the wall. Emerson.
Emerson?
And then we just didn't say anything and we just kept going on.
Oh, Emerson.
I don't know why that's where my mind went, but here we are.
One of the bodies was that of first class passenger Betty Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
And the other 2 were never identified, but it's possible that one of them was a third class passenger, Arthur Keefe Sr., and the other one was possibly a crew member from down below.
Oh, okay.
Somehow being able to escape.
Made it out, yeah.
Making it out. But not really, because...
I mean, yeah.
Yes. The sea was calm at noon, and the watch called out to something that could be seen floating ahead. The ship slowed down, and apparent that an object was open ship's lifeboat floating in the mid-Atlantic. It was horrifying that this was what contained in the ship. 3 decomposing bodies. Upon finding them, they realized that this came from the Titanic. And I'm still very confused by how they figured out it was the Titanic, and then it was named, and so then they were able to track it back to the Titanic.
Interesting.
I don't know how they were able to identify the first class passenger. I don't know if she had something on her body.
Some kind of record, yeah.
Some sort of record, and if so, kudos to her to be able to, in that chaos,
grab
something to have on her persons.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. They removed the bodies, and in the process of removing the bodies, they fell apart.
Oh no.
So they had to carefully then figure a way to carefully place them. They buried them, and then they said some words, and they let the ship, or the lifeboat, set adrift into the Atlantic. Just.
And eventually it would just break down and sink, I guess.
But some people say that it's the ghost lifeboat of the Atlantic.
Damn, if I came across that'd be some eerie shit. You have to admit.
The way that I don't care for anything of the Atlantic right now.
No.
Period.
Pass.
Nothing.
Not interested.
Listen.
We're just all spooky over here.
And then I have so many questions when did they pass? Did they pass quickly after getting into the lifeboats due to the weather?
My ass went straight to cannibalism. I was like, who ate who?
Right.
Somebody ate somebody. It's gonna happen.
I don't know how they got separated. I don't know why. This is such an open case. We're never going to have answers
Never
here.
getting answers.
That's the
no.
bottom line, because it's just simply an unsolved mystery.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to be done. It's
There's
like,
literally nothing that can be done here. I find will find the Titanic forever just fascinating and forever captivating for
yeah,
these questions alone.
yeah,
Who, what, when, where, why, and then just continuing why. Because again, there were just some lifeboats with several to little to none on them, and why
you're like, how did that even happen? Like,
in the chaos of it
I,
all, and why, and the people choosing who got on lifeboats and who didn't, and wow, the thing in my head just now. But I have a child.
that's right. That's right.
So it is short and sweet, but it forever captivating
That's
me.
a good topic.
Collapsible A lifeboat and the three victims
I
she took.
Well done, bestie. I mean, I never knew, and now I'm afraid that if I ever take a cruise, it's just gonna be there. I gotta think at this point
Can you
it's done.
imagine?
Like I
Could you
gotta think.
imagine being on a cruise in the Atlantic and just seeing a lifeboat?
When I tell you, I would immediately be so unwell. Like
Because like, what would
immediately.
you do?
I don't
Start
know.
screaming, man overboard, and then like people run, and then it's not
And it's an
there.
empty ass motherfucking yeah, exactly. It's immediately I would be like, oh well, this means that I'm going to sink. Like I would go straight to like it's
Is that a
signed.
death symbol?
Like it's over. Say goodbye. I'm going swimming later.
Every
Like
time I start thinking, wow, a cruise looks really fun because I'll see videos or something, I start thinking of the Titanic.
I know, I know, I know, because I've got my eye set on this Greenland cruise,
And it looks, and I do too.
and
But
I
then I
just
have
don't
to think
know.
about getting, and see, here's the thing. I am terrified of flying. And I'm now terrified of boats. And I'm like, which is the less evil?
Road trips. We're taking road
Road
trips.
trips.
Great job. I don't know. If immediately the spook factor is high.
It's so
Immediately,
high.
if I saw it straight to spookala bookala, I'd be like, I'm unwell. I don't, and
Yeah.
that's all there is to it. Um, so my new thing is I feel I have to have a series each time.
Oh, shut up. Where are we now?
It's not where, rather, it's when. I'm doing weird history.
Fuck yeah.
We're doing a weird history series. So we will be going all over for a small period of time here. I have 6 topics for us. So come with me, friends, as we journey through weird history. And today I am covering the Tanganyika laughter epidemic.
Okay.
So, which sounds like a good time. It's not, as it turns out. So,
Tell me
so
more.
laughter we typically associate with a joyful noise, but it can also be a signal of distress, spurred by anger or sadness, or intertwined with mania. And in history, we have an example of a laughter epidemic that happened in Tanzania, then known as Tanganyika, in 1962. But this kind of psychological behavior happens on a weekly basis around the world, not like epidemics, but people just laughing or chronic stress. I want us to keep in mind this thing of chronic stress. An example of a kind of a similar incident recently is an instance of unexplained nausea and dizziness among students at a school in Lancashire, England. So like these episodes of mass weird behavior have happened throughout time. Way towards the beginning of the podcast, I covered something called the dancing plague. That was another weird like just group thing that happened. Um, and there are other like pieces of evidence of things like this, events like this in places of instability, like Kosovo, Afghanistan, and South Africa. So the 1962 outbreak began in a girls' school and then spread to other communities with uncontrollable laughter affecting around 1,000 people. And it lasted several months and caused the temporary closure of 14 schools.
Holy.
Holy shit, right?
Yeah.
14 months of laughing.
I was gonna be
I
like,
would
was this
die.
some sick prank to get out of school? But I was like, no, that takes commitment.
That would be such dedication. Most cases of mass psychogenic illness begin with one individual. In this case, one schoolgirl likely fell into a fit of anxiety induced laughter, setting in motion a chain effect until the girls around her were so engulfed in desperate laughter, and slowly it spread beyond their school and region into other at risk populations. So, symptoms of those suffering from this included recurring attacks of laughing and crying that lasted from a few hours up to 16 days at a time.
Oh, okay.
I know. These like fits of this behavior were accompanied by restlessness, aimless running, occasional violence, but there was no evidence of like an organic cause to this.
Mm-hmm.
So this dude, Christian Hempelman of Texas A&M University, who's done research on the incident, describes the laughter epidemic as a case of mass psychogenic or sociogenic illness, a malady that has the capacity to strike in a variety of high stress settings. And the stress factors in this case being among the schoolgirls might have included an unfamiliar expectations imposed in the British run schools and the uncertainties created by Tanganyika's independence, achieved barely a month before this incident started. So, in other words, there was kind of this unrest they were surrounded by, and they think it just like triggered this. This guy Christian says, on the one hand, it sounded too good to be true. On the other hand, people were citing it in support of all kinds of things across the spectrum and contradictory things. So he thought, I got to look at this again and see, did this actually happen and what does it tell us about humor? So it did indeed happen, but it doesn't tell us much about humor. And there are, in fact, a group of researchers called humor researchers who use the Tanganyika incident as evidence of laughter being contagious.
Okay.
You know what? I subscribe to that because, like, have you ever
Yeah,
seen somebody have like a fit and then like you just start laughing?
we've done it.
We've done it. We've done it like every episode. So, um, psychogenic illness has all kinds of like nerve symptoms, and laughter is one of them. So we can consider kind of the Tanganyika case closed because we have evidence of things that could have caused the stress enough to cause this laughter. But similar cases of mass psychogenic illness occur among groups of people unable to extract themselves from a stressful situation. And in this type of situation, the person has no power over their stress levels and can come up with no other response. And such a person is more commonly young than old, usually female more than male, surprise, surprise. And us, more stressed out than males?
Never.
What? Anyway, um, and usually it's an employee rather than a supervisor, and it has to express itself bodily. That gives the person a way to say, like, essentially, I'm suffering, something's going on, I'm not depressed or withdrawn, like, I just can't process this. And it's not just like a group laugh. Rather, it's experiencing the same stress. People subconsciously copy a complex of symptoms, of which laughter is just one of them. Um, there are other examples of this, like in Indiana, there was something that happened where workers at a local DMV were exhibiting respiratory distress to the point that the building was repeatedly shut down and eventually relocated, but the environment was tested for contaminants and nothing was found. And ultimately, the local media reported it as some sort of mass, like hysteria, mass psychogenic illness. It was a terrible work environment. Nobody wanted to work there. They had terrible, like awful supervisors. And so they just subconsciously found a way out of the situation that they could copy from one another. And so when you think about it that way, it's not actually so crazy to think that like this can happen. Um, and so while mass psychogenic illness is known, it's not often reported under that name. If you're referring to somebody suffering from this, you're usually still calling them hysterical, essentially saying you don't have a valid disease, you don't have an issue, you're just being nuts because that gets you out of trouble. So the stigma associated with this is a bad one, but it is a genuine like illness that happens. Um, and so doctors are trying to figure out the best ways to approach patients of an illness like this. Yet cases such as one group of high school girls in New York, they developed this like facial tic that they just kept doing. It perplexes the media. And recent developments in the field of laughter, which like this area of research has a name. It's called gelatology.
Oh,
Include
I don't like that.
gelatology. Include
Oh,
humor and laughter therapy, laughter meditation, laughter yoga, in which feigned laughter becomes real, bringing with it supposed mind and body like benefits. Laughter has been linked to reduced stress hormones, increased endorphins, providing both physical as well as psychological relief. Um, and it's kind of the classic Freudian theory of humor where we build up some sort of magical psychic pressure. The laughter lets us release it through whatever metaphorical valve that we have for that. And statistically, in this case, this did not release anything. The people were actually suffering and they were expressing their suffering through that, but nothing really got better because they laughed. It's just how they coped with the situation. And so it just went on. And then I guess one day it just kind of stopped. Like the stress levels dropped enough and they understood what was going on that it resolved. And that's the
interesting.
Tanganyika laughter epidemic.
It's funny.
It
For
is
lack
like
of a
it's
better
just
word, it's funny.
like I mean, the reason that I can like buy into any of this is because like grief and stress and it just can take so many forms. Like I remember when my grandma died, like I was crying and then I started laughing.
Yeah.
And it wasn't I was like not happy about it. It just was how I processed it.
I've hit points of laughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, it's not so crazy to me that like if you're surrounded by this enough, like that you don't
You know,
like just pick it up and do it too. Like it just I don't know. So I have to say, laughing for that long sounds like a nightmare to me.
sounds painful.
Yes, because like I hurt after we have a good laugh about something.
The face.
The face. Exactly. So anyway,
Well done.
thank you. There you have it. The laughter epidemic. Our first stop on our weird history tour.
Love it. Love
Um,
me some good weird history.
Not all of it is physical. Not all of it is like this. I have a weird breadth of topics. So stay tuned,
I can't
kids.
wait. I love me some weird history. I really, really do.
Thank you, Queen. Yes, I do too. It's exciting stuff. So, uh, yeah, let us know what you think. Also, would you shit yourself if you saw the ghost boat?
Yes.
That's all there is to
Well,
it.
until next time.
Stay strange.